And ABC News political director Rick Klein joins me now for more on this. Rick, 10 Republicans voted to impeach the president yesterday. House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy, he wasn't one of them, but he was very critical of the president. And Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says he hasn't decided which way he'll vote in the Senate trial. What do you make of that, especially these responses from Republican leadership?
They're trying to straddle a divide in their party. 10 Republicans is either a huge number or a shockingly small number, depending on how you look at it. It might be both of those things, particularly when you consider that no president's ever had more than 5 members of his own party defect on an impeachment vote. So 10 is big, and it might have been bigger if members had felt like this was a more fulsome process. That's what many of them said. And I think Kevin McCarthy's comments were probably the most interesting of the bunch, because he did put blame directly on the president's shoulders, but then went on to say that he did not think that an impeachment was appropriate. There are a lot of Republicans who believe that, and that's what makes things interesting in the Senate, is that more information is going to come out. We're going to know a lot more about the president's role and about the protests and the riots and everything that led up to them by the time a Senate trial begins, and there will be a perception of fewer political repercussions because, of course, President Trump by that time will be out of office.
And sources, we heard Cecilia bring up Rudy Giuliani. Sources tell ABC News that he will actually lead President Trump's defense in that Senate trial, but he's also being investigated by the New York Bar Association for his comments calling for trial by combat at that rally right before the Capitol siege. So is he the president's best option right now?
Well, I think the first question that the president and his team are going to have to decide is, do they want to engage in this process at all? There's some thought in conservative legal circles, and Senator Tom Cotton of Arkansas is among those who say this, that there can't be a trial for a president who is out of office. You can only do it for a sitting office holder. If they do choose to engage, though, the question of Giuliani is going to linger over everything. Right now, there's been reports of tensions between the two men. We had a top aide to the Trump campaign tweet this morning that Rudy Giuliani is still a favorite of the president. That does not sit well with other people who think highly of the president. They think Rudy Giuliani fed the president many of the lies that may have led to this moment, had him denying this election loss. So this is going to be one of the big decisions, is how, if at all, to engage. And do you bring in kind of grown-up constitutional lawyers as opposed to someone like Rudy Giuliani, who, of course, is very well known, very famous, but probably not the best person to make this case directly to the Senate.
And Democratic lawmakers are now requesting an investigation, saying the day before the riots, some Republicans may have given tours to some of the people that ended up storming the Capitol the very next day. So what's the latest on that, and how, in general, are tensions right now in Congress?
Yeah, Diane, this is very, very troubling. We have several members of Congress, Democrats, who say that they saw an unusual number of tours of the Capitol conducted just the day before, and they believe that there was overlap between some of those folks and the people at the Capitol the next day. There's been such limited access to the Capitol because of COVID that any tours would raise some kind of suspicions. Any tours that might have been directed by offices of Republicans who were encouraging these protesters, that raises enormous questions about what's next. And again, I referenced what we're going to learn in the coming weeks. Members of Congress have been briefed privately on information, continue to talk about how troubling this is. This could still get a lot worse.
All right. Rick Klein, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.